If you're interested in taking these ideas as far as possible, presenting the most aesthetic version of yourself, I'm launching a coaching program where I work with individuals one-on-one. I'll evaluate your whole presentation, lock in on a sort of archetype that makes sense for you, and help you get to the 10 out of 10 version of yourself presentationally. I have found that maximizing your looks has an enormous return on your life, and so if this is an area of your life that you're ready to take seriously, check out the link in the description below. Welcome to this video on eyebrow shaping and coloring. First and foremost, let's talk about eyebrow shaping and how to create a more harmonious eyebrow shape. I'm going to give you guys guidelines on what you can use if you are going to shape up your eyebrows and make sure that they're not too thin and too feminine looking. The width of your nose should be where your eyebrow starts, and then take from the width of your nose and align that with your pupil, and that should be where your arch starts. Now, with the arch, you don't want to make it too archy because that can give you too much of a feminine look. I would just naturally go around your natural arch. And then from the width of your nose to the corner of your eye should be where your eyebrow stops. That's basic guidelines of what you should use in order to create a good eyebrow shape. When maintaining your eyebrows, I think we can all agree that a unibrow is not a good look for men or for women. Clean up those eyebrow hairs in between those eyebrows and make sure that you have a good maintained eye area. When it comes to the method that you are using in order to get rid of that eyebrow hair, I don't want you guys to use tweezers or waxing. I made the mistake of going to the nail salon when I was younger, and I overwaxed my eyebrows and it left me with like overly thin eyebrows, and I've had to do like these methods that I'm going to be telling you guys here in a second. But overwaxing, what it does is it damages the hair follicle. If you wax over time, you damage the hair follicle and that hair will like never grow again because you damage that area. Tweezing is the same way. While these are like very like painful methods, like the tweezing and the waxing, they're painful for a reason, damage to the eyebrow hair follicle. What I recommend is using the eyebrow razor shaving kits. I highly recommend that. And guys who have thinner eyebrows, I'm going to share steps that I would recommend for you. Because when you have thicker eyebrows, you have more like room to play with. You can kind of have fun with that. But with the guys who have thinner eyebrows, it is going to be a little bit more work, because thicker eyebrows are obviously going to be seen as more masculine, not overly thick, but just having an eyebrow area that is dense, that's full, not sparse, is going to be a big benefit to your looks. Going from the least invasive to the most invasive procedure, the least invasive procedure I would recommend if you have thin eyebrows is to stop plucking them, stop trimming them, stop shaping them for at least 3 months. 6 months is ideal, but I would say 3 to 6 months, you should just let your eyebrows just grow out naturally. Now, if you want to help out with that growth process, I would use minoxidil in order to help promote growth. And let's say that's enough for you, right? Then I would use a beard and mustache hair dye and just lightly dye the eyebrows your hair color, and that will increase the density. Now, if you're like me, you grow out the eyebrows, 3-4 months, they're still not as dense as you would like them. What you can do is you can get them microbladed. Now, heed my caution when it comes to microblading. Do not go to just anybody to get them microbladed. They will start to look obvious that you've gotten your eyebrows microbladed. And I know that guys don't want that. You guys don't want that. With women, obviously, they can get away with that a little bit more. But with men, you definitely want them to look as natural as possible. You have to go to who specializes in that. For me, for example, I live in Virginia. I fly all the way to Los Angeles, California. It's like a 7-hour flight, and I've got my eyebrows done there. With microblading, it's semi-permanent, which means that it only lasts for 3 years. And the people that I go to use very good quality products so that when it fades, it doesn't fade to a gray color like you will see with most people who get their eyebrows microbladed. It fades to a natural brown color, so that over time, as it's starting to fade away, it doesn't look obvious. It just fades to a natural color. And at year 3, it's completely gone. They're not permanent. I still have to get them touched up, but again, I only have to get them touched up about 3 or 4 years. It's been about, I think, like 2 years now, and I still don't feel the need to go there right now. I actually haven't even seen them like start to fade at all. But that's pretty expensive, you know? Like, let me tell you, I can drive 30 minutes right now and like find who could do microblading, right? But that's not how you research things. That's not what you do. You know, you don't go to the closest, most convenient. You don't do that. You go to the most qualified. Me, I go to a place all the way in LA. I actually don't even touch my eyebrows. Like nobody touches my eyebrows. I don't touch my eyebrows. My barber doesn't touch my eyebrows. The only people that touch my eyebrows are the people over there at Perfect Frame, just because they've helped me much with my eyebrows and in terms of balancing them out and whatnot. When it comes to eyebrows, for example, I'll tell you that I have like one eyebrow that's like overactive, right? And it probably fucking did it in this fucking video. It just goes, it just bounces up and down, right? and this can actually like greatly influence your symmetry when it comes to facial symmetry. I actually get Botox. The forehead Botox really helps out. And this stops that overactive brow muscle from just like doing its own thing. It's funny, I think I'm gonna look at this video and I think it's my right eyebrow that just likes to bounce up and down, just like, you know. Botox has helped not only with wrinkles, but it helps with the symmetry of my eyebrows. It makes them more leveled and balanced. Yeah, it helps a lot with facial symmetry. And I actually tell my doctor this, like one of my eyebrows are like very overactive, or like it's seated higher than the other one. Like muscularly, it's seated higher than the other one. I mean, you have to get your esthetician to assess that. If you are concerned with your eyebrows causing symmetry, talk to your esthetician about it. But Botox definitely helps with creating symmetry with your eyebrows. The most invasive procedure when it comes to eyebrows is going to be an eyebrow transplant. I would only recommend eyebrow hair transplant who has very sparse brows, maybe due to an injury or because of a genetic condition. But most people don't need that. Even if your eyebrows are very thin, if you do the methods that I told you before, you should be good. But if not, an eyebrow transplant is something to look into. Personally, haven't done an eyebrow transplant, but I have read about it and seen it, and that could be an option for you guys. Again, it's a case-by-case basis of whether you need to or not, but for the most part, everything that I've said should help you out. But with eyebrow transplant, it just basically just puts real hair where your eyebrows are and creates a more denser look and will give your eyebrows a better shape. But grew them out, did microblading, got Botox, leveled it out, and I'm very happy with the way that my eyebrows look right now. Microblading, like, can't nobody tell unless I fucking tell them, or unless they want to act like they haven't seen my fucking videos. But if you look very close, it's very hard to like kind of see it, right? But it looks like actual hair because it's just individual strokes. But again, I have a whole video on that on my channel. I'll just link it over here. So that's it for this video on eyebrows. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.